Mm.
Hello, this is Jorge,
And this is Viv.
and welcome to the JAV Show.
Welcome.
Yeah.
I think you need to excuse my voice. I'm losing my voice, guys, but this is how I'm gonna sound.
Do you know how you lost your voice?
My throat's a little bit itchy, but I lose my voice like often. Like
Really?
when I'm about to go to sleep, I like lose my voice, and when I first wake up, my voice is gone usually too.
Really? That's
Yeah.
okay. So for me, in the morning, I get phlegm in my throat. Like
Yeah.
you wake up and there's a bit of phlegm, and then you cough, and people think it's COVID, and you're like, no, I'm fine, kind of thing. So usually in the morning, and it's usually for sure before I eat. Usually for some reason after I eat, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But even if before I eat and I drink water, it still doesn't completely get rid of it. That's for me, but yours is pretty intense right now.
Yeah, mine's pretty bad right now, but I usually lose my voice around the time when I'm about to sleep.
Oh, wait,
Pretty common.
do you notice wait, so like during the day you're fine?
Yeah, during the day I was fine.
Oh, it's like literally right now
It was like when I woke up, and now it's like getting late. My voice just decided to check out.
what the fuck? That's like call it? What's that one princess who has to leave before midnight or some shit? Cinderella.
Cinderella?
Yeah.
She doesn't lose her voice though.
I know, but it's like as time goes by, she loses her stuff.
Oh shit, yeah.
Like as it gets later, it's like.
Guys, I'm Cinderella.
I
This is
mean,
Cinderella in real life.
I mean, but yeah, that's very interesting actually.
Yeah.
I never knew that. I would definitely suspect that you were sick or something, or you went like partying last night or something like
No.
that.
No.
But you're fine yesterday because I saw you yesterday too.
Yeah.
There's no issues. Wow, that's so
It
weird.
just happens. I don't know.
It's kind of like catfishing or something.
Like I suddenly can change my voice.
Yeah, no, you like go on a date, you go karaoke, it sounds fine and all, and then all of a sudden you guys go home after, and it's like, oh, what
Like,
the
the
fuck?
fuck happened to your voice? I'm like, hey, you want to get in bed together? And they're like, what the fuck?
Oh, shut up, Olga.
Yeah. There's too many layers. I'm sorry.
Anyways, how's your week, Viv?
It was a pretty good week, I'd say. I got my hair done. Oh my goodness. I got my hair done on Tuesday, and I really like my hairdressers. We always talk like a shit ton during our sessions, and she had some tinsel in her hair, and I was like, oh, that looks really cool. And then she was like, oh, you want me to put some in? And I was like, do whatever you want. Do whatever you think looks good. So she put some sparkly pink and silver tinsel in my hair. I
It,
feel so festive.
it looks like like confetti, and then but like there's also like that type of
Confetti
thing.
strings?
Yeah. It kind
Yeah,
of
it's
looks like
exactly that. It's like what you would kind of find hung along the Christmas tree.
that. Oh yeah,
Those
yeah.
tinsel things, like this is the same material.
It's like you just woke up from a party or some shit.
Yeah.
Wait,
And then,
is that stuff like expensive?
I don't know, I think she gave it to me for free.
Oh, okay.
Because it wasn't more than I expected, so.
It looks. I'm kind of curious how it works. They like.
It's like a clip. It's like a tiny little clip that they clip in with pliers. So if I wanted to take it out, I'd have to get pliers to like open up the clip.
But it's not like individual. It's like a bundle of hair with it.
Yeah, a small bundle of hair.
Oh, so they sell it like a bundle or like a string of hair with tinsel.
It's literally like a tiny little
Oh.
clip and some tinsel, and then they'll grab a small section of my hair and they'll feed the tinsel through that little clip and put my hair through the clip, and they'd squeeze the clip really tight.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Interesting.
Yeah, so that's what I did for one day. I also I went to get Christmas photos done with Lumi on Friday. That was pretty cute.
Just you and her for Christmas photos?
Me, her, and some friends.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. And then on Saturday, I got to see Ali Gatti.
Who the fuck's that?
Fuck, every single time I mention him, no one fucking knows. But here,
Yeah, if I Google, I think I'll figure it out.
I will show you. I'll show our audience too.
Ali Gaddy.
Yes.
Ali Gaddy. He's a singer of some sort?
He is a singer. His voice was the exact same in person as it is like in his songs.
I mean, I can play something right now. What's this?
What is that? Okay, play It's You. Everyone knows It's You.
Oh, I think I know that song. Ali Gaddy. Whoa, 282 million views. Oh. Oh shit, he was in town?
Can they hear it?
I'm sure they hear it. I mean, before YouTube boots us, you should. I think everyone knows what song this is.
Yeah, so that's like one of his most popular songs. And I went with my best friend, and we ran into 5 of our friends there. We all ended up hanging out together, and it was a lot of fun.
Wait, it was he had a concert here?
Yep, he had a concert at Midway. Tickets were only like $30.
Oh,
so it's pretty cheap. Pretty cheap. Yep. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, I got my IUD replaced. I don't know if that's TMI or not, but I got my IUD replaced on Tuesday, and holy shit, I totally forgot how bad cramps feel.
Wait, you cramp when you take it out or some
Yeah.
shit? Oh.
Like it hurts, like it feels like a really bad cramp, and like I totally forgot how that feels.
You don't get
like,
cramps anymore because of that?
No, because I don't get my period anymore.
Oh shit, that's gross.
What? And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like girls have to go through this once a month. I can't even imagine.
Do you ever fear if there's any like extreme hormonal effects
from taking this?
Yeah, from doing like, does it have any effects on your hormones?
Yeah, so it gives you progesterone, sorry, and progesterone is something that your body produces, I believe, 10 times more of when you're pregnant.
Okay.
So it basically kind of makes my body think that it's pregnant.
Yeah.
In some ways, and in the way that it does that is that it prevents your uterus from creating the lining that your uterus needs in order to fertilize an egg or keep an egg alive while it's fertilized.
Do you ever think it has any like deep effects on you?
I don't think so.
Like in the brain, like hormonally, if it's done anything.
Like most of the time when people take birth controls, there's a lot of side effects that they can have.
Yeah.
But I haven't noticed any. Like I've only reaped all the positives so far.
Oh.
So it's fucking great.
I did hear a rumor, or it's probably true, and I just want to think because I'm not sure. But it's like pregnant woman has better like skin healing because they're like, you know, fostering a child and they have a lot of like reproductive shit.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, that's why they like glow.
Well, yeah, like I mean that's the myth. I think I don't know. I just heard about that, right?
I think I looked into this before, and I think it's true because you get the stem cells and all the nutrients fed back and forth between you and your baby.
So I wonder if this hormone has anything to do with that, right? Because you're saying like right now what you're taking is making you in a constant state of being pregnant, right?
Well, like my one part of my body thinks that it is.
Oh, I see.
Technically, that's like how birth control works.
I see. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, no, I think that's not really TMI, I guess. If I had a procedure, I'd probably talk about that. A dick enlargement procedure.
Oh, I don't think those actually work, right?
I have no idea.
Like I've looked that up too, just out of curiosity how they do these things. And it's all like injections. Like it doesn't make you feel more. It doesn't actually make you grow or anything. Like the like part that gets, well, like it gets bigger and they can make it like have more girth, but you don't feel more. And the part that's bigger
has no sensation or something?
Not as much, yeah.
Oh, really?
Like it's not worth it.
I've never looked into it. But yeah.
Aren't you curious about things?
Not real, not that. I don't know. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like,
have you ever watched a surgery video on how they turn a vagina into a penis? Like transgender surgery?
No, I'm not interested.
It's pretty cool, actually.
I mean, it's never piqued my interest on how the surgery works. I actually don't really watch a lot of surgery type of stuff.
Mm-mm.
It's just kind of whatever to me. But yeah, no, I never really looked into that stuff. But anyways, my week was pretty eventful and uneventful, I guess. I had an eye exam, so I get an eye exam every 2 years. For the longest time, I thought my eyes were getting worse. But I went through the exam. She said your eyes are exactly the same as they were 2 years ago. She's like, there's almost no change. But then I was like kind of telling her some of the symptoms and stuff, and she's like, maybe you have like drier eyes. It could be because of the season, or it could be because of your diet, or it could be because of the environment. So then I just have to, or I don't have to, but she just recommend just taking some more breaks during work and using eye drops.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but I was scared because like I got my laser eye surgery like 5 years ago. I was like, I don't want to have to like, you know, redo it and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's like my sister. Like my sister recently just got glasses because she had LASIK before, and then she noticed that her vision was going or like deteriorating.
I was scared of that. And then she was checking my eye, and she's like, your left eye's like maybe a quarter, like minus a quarter, maybe." And
Uh-huh.
she said, "But your right eye is like 20/15. It's like better than normal vision." So I was like,
Damn.
"Oh, okay. I guess I don't really." She's like, "You don't need glasses." Like she showed me what it looked like with glasses, and I was like, "Oh, there's almost no difference." She's like, "Yeah, like you don't really need it."
Interesting. I'm
But
like on the cuff of wearing it full time.
but you don't think it's worth it to get laser eye surgery? Like it's not deep
Not
enough for you?
not necessarily that it's not deep enough. It's just that my vision has gotten worse in the last like 2 years.
Oh,
And so you should wait until your vision relatively
stables. Yeah.
stabilizes.
Yeah, that's when I got mine. I think when I got mine, my like vision wasn't changing in the like last 5 years,
Yeah.
and then I got it, and then after I got it, it hasn't changed. It's like my left eye gone worse by like 0.25
Yeah.
in like the last 5 years, so it's like still negligible kind of thing.
Yeah, that's pretty good still.
Yeah. And then I went to Glow Edmonton. Do you remember going to Glow when it was at St. Albert?
I went to Glow when I was here too.
Oh yeah, I thought it was okay. It was I got cheap tickets with my work. That's why.
Mm.
So if it wasn't for the cheap tickets, I probably won't go because I think it's mostly like Instagram pictures type of thing. Like,
Yeah, but it's also like surprisingly really nice, or at least that's what I thought. Like at first, I went like a few years ago, maybe like 2-3 years ago, and at first I thought it'd be kind of like a ripoff.
Yeah.
But it was actually really nice because their theme that year that I went was like um monuments around the world.
Yeah.
Is that the same this year? Because
No.
they had like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, they had the pyramids, they had like everything.
No, this year was Fairy Tale.
Ooh.
No, it was pretty boring.
Oh, okay.
I mean, for me, I guess. Like it was alright. We got some free candy cane,
Nice.
some decent lights. I don't know. Like it was average.
Nice.
Maybe
Nice,
I'm just not
nice.
as festive as others, but it was average. I mean, it feels more catered to kids, anyways, right?
Um, no, I wouldn't say so.
You fucking
I
Instagram.
had a lot of fun. Like, not even Instagram. I don't think I posted anything or took
Oh,
anything
really?
for Instagram that day. Or maybe not. I don't know. I probably did, to be honest. But I thought it was really nice.
Dude, there was this you heard of Shen Yun or whatever? It's like a Chinese performing arts
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Dude, this lady literally like talked to me for half an hour trying to convince me to buy tickets. I was like, I'm not adverse to the idea of going to
Why
this
don't
thing.
you walk away?
I mean, she just kept like fucking handing me binders and
Oh,
like
man.
pamphlets and shit. I
Dude.
tried to walk away, but
Dude, you just say, okay, you know what? No, no, thanks. I'm okay. And then
I-
just pass her back the things and walk away.
I mean, I'll be honest. I probably won't enjoy it because I'll probably be bored. And I was like, will my parents enjoy this? I was like, I don't think so. I think my mom will actually fall asleep.
My mom loves that. My parents try to go to it like whenever.
My mom falls asleep during movies, so I'm like, man, if a
Ugh.
movie can entertain you, this shit's probably gonna make you fall asleep. But maybe because like she works so much that she's like perpetually
Uh-uh.
tired. But I don't like she shouldn't be nowadays, right? She's not working as much. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Other than that, we had the Christmas party. Our group,
Yeah.
the Christmas party.
Yeah, how was that?
Well, I mean, you were there, but only at the end. It was
I
pretty
got
good.
there at midnight, guys.
You said you would be there at 10, I think.
Yeah, but then like
Shit
the
happens.
concert ended a lot quicker than I thought it would. And so me and my friends are like, oh, let's just grab a bite to eat after. And then I didn't want to like rush anyone because I also drove one of my friends and I didn't want to rush them and be like, okay, well, anyways, I gotta go. Like now, like finish your food. So I just waited.
You're too kind. You missed on the best parts. But the party was fun. It was a potluck party. We all bought pretty good food. I feel like this year's food wasn't as meaty as normal. Like I feel
Yeah.
like I wanted, like okay, one of our friend didn't go because he had work. He usually brings Popeyes, and I was really excited for that. But then there was no Popeyes.
Who usually brings Popeye?
Butch.
Oh, I see.
I was very excited for the Popeyes. Like I was literally saving.
He didn't go at all?
Yeah, he
Oh,
worked
damn.
till 2 that day.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, but I was very sad because I was waiting for that all year. Like you know, I rarely ever go to Popeyes myself to buy it because usually at a party someone brings it, and I'm pretty
Yeah,
excited about
guess
it.
you gotta treat yourself this time.
Fuck it, there's more Christmas parties coming out. I just have to pray. But yeah, it was all right though. The food was good. Rstar brought famous banana pudding. I fucking loved it. I had 2 of those. So
You bought like a bunch back, didn't you?
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And we had a lot to drink. I drank a decent amount, but no one was really drinking that much, so I didn't really drink that
Yeah.
much. But like I brought a lot, and
It's
I
like
was
every single time you want to turn up, no one else wants to turn up.
yeah. I was ready to. I was like taking a shot every time everyone else was taking a shot, but then no one really drank that day. So I was like, okay, whatever. It is what it is. And then we have the white elephant. That was pretty fun. I got amazing gift. I got these headlights from my whatever white
Oh,
elephant
can I
gifter.
see?
Which is me because I always take my own gift during white elephant. That's
Yeah,
my
if I was
favorite.
there, so
Okay,
get to
here's
it.
here's a thing that people does or I told them, but I think no one was really listening. So I got these headlights. They're pretty much like a strap that goes on your forehead, and it's really bright. Really good for like nighttime. If you do anything at night or anything in the dark, it's really really good.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah. So it comes in a pack of 2 for like $25. Okay, but I think Amazon fucked up. They sent me 2 packs of 2.
Oh shit.
And I didn't know that there was 2 packs in one box, and there was 2 boxes, right? Like I got 2 boxes. I assume one of them is one of the light and one of them is the other light, right? Two packs.
Yeah.
So then I put it in the whole white elephant, and then later when someone opened it, because someone picked the present before me,
Yeah.
and they opened it, and they're like, "Oh, there's 4 lights here." I was like, "Oh, I fucked up.
Yeah, I could have kept one.
I could have kept one." But then I ended up stealing it back for myself. I was like, "Oh, thank fuck," because that was a pretty sick deal that Amazon hooked me up with.
Yeah.
I guess.
This is really fucking bright.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, for me, I like so like usually for white elephant, I usually get something that I really like that hopefully no one else wants. This year was a complete success. Viv wasn't there because she usually tries to fuck with my stuff, and no one else wanted it. Right? I think the person who originally got it, they were kind of excited for it because like, oh yeah, we go camping and stuff. It'd be great for camping. And then when I took it from them, they're like, okay, whatever, because they already have a pair. I was like,
I
sweet.
see.
I was like, nice. I mean, everyone's happy at the end of the day, right? They get to pick something else. I get exactly what I want. So yeah,
I guess so.
yeah, it's pretty good. And then fuck, I don't know how you guys do. I don't know how you guys like go out late and like function the next day. Like it wasn't
Yeah, I
even that.
started taking myself out of the equation for next day activities.
Yeah, like you guys are fucking crazy. So like the next day after the Christmas party, I think we got home like 2ish. Like probably went to bed at 3 or something like
Yeah.
that. And the next day I was supposed to go climbing with my friends, but I went like an hour later than them. I was like, okay, I'm gonna come a bit later because I'm probably gonna be tired. And then like climbing was pretty fun. I like got to do some climbs that I was failing before.
What time did you go at?
I got there like a little bit after 10.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was pretty happy that I could do some of these climbs. I'm pretty much like I see some progress, which is nice.
Mm.
But then right after that, I went home. I ate a bit, and I was like, dude, I'm so tired. I took like a 2-hour nap.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, you guys are fucking nuts. How do you guys do this every week? Like I felt like other than climbing, that whole Sunday, I was
Like dead?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, I can't do anything. Like, there's nothing possible for me to do.
Yep.
So I was like, how the fuck do you guys do it? This is
I
literally.
mean, okay, we don't do it every week. That's
Shut the fuck up. You guys do it every week.
no, we don't.
You guys do it every other week.
No.
It's not.
Maybe.
It's not even just. I actually don't even think it's the drinking part. It's really just like staying up way too late and waking up way too early relative to how late you stayed up, and doing something, and then the
Yeah.
whole day feels like a waste because you're so
Yeah.
like you're like mentally not there.
Yeah, that's why I started taking myself out of like Sunday practices sometimes because I'm like, I know I'm gonna be tired. It's not worth it.
Oh, dude, you guys are fucking. I was surprised everyone that actually went to Sunday practice after. I was like, dude, you guys are nuts. Like, this cannot be healthy. I don't feel good right now. Like, I think that's why I was like starting to feel sick and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the last 2 days.
Your
But
body's like, what the fuck is this alcohol?
yeah. I think so. Usually when I get sick, there's 2 reasons. It's either it's like that time of the season. I don't know how to explain it. Like when there's a really drastic change of the weather and stuff, my
Yeah.
body like the shifts really weird for my body and I get sick. Or if I had like a night like that where like I go really late, I drink a lot and stuff, and the next day I feel shitty, and then that week I'm like I start getting like the flu. Like it's probably already in my system, but once my system gets compromised, that's when it actually like.
It's like, whoa, you opened the door. What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
I see.
But I have no idea how you guys do it. It's
Yeah, me neither. It's exhausting.
It's disgusting.
Oh,
What a
it's
segue.
disgusting to you? Hey,
Yes. So this week we're gonna talk
interesting
about
feeling.
we're gonna talk about the final emotion of the 6 emotions we've talked about before. So just a recap to everyone, and just so you guys can go check out our other podcasts. There's apparently to some websites, very well mined specifically. There are 6 basic emotions: happiness, sadness, fear, disgust, anger, and surprise. We actually covered each of these except for disgust in the past. The first one being fear, we covered last year during Halloween. And then I think last year we also covered sadness, probably around this time too.
Yep.
Yeah. And then more recently, in the last 2 months, we covered the other three: happiness, anger, and surprise. And today we're going to cover disgust. It's a disgusting emotion. It's the girl that always looks like she's puking in Inside Out.
Green one?
Yeah, the green one. Yeah, this girl, right? She looks like
Oh, yeah.
she's always rolling her eyes, and she's super sassy, and she looks like she's gonna puke at everything.
She looks like the green emoji that's about to puke.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
So first we'll just start with what is disgust, guys.
Tell us.
I had a definition here. Disgust is an emotional response of rejection or revulsion, to something potentially contagious or considered offensive, distasteful, or unpleasant. It's pretty much like I don't know, like physically, it's like a rejection feeling, right? Like you're about to vomit, and then mentally, it's like all the gross things you think of.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like I feel like this one again. There's not much. I don't know. Do you think there's layers to this emotion? Like I guess there's different types of it, but I don't know if there's layers. Like, can you be more disgusted and less disgusted? And then is there even?
Yeah.
I guess
It's like if I see a bug crawling at me, I'll be a little bit grossed out, but I'm not gonna do anything. I'll probably just hold it and like bring it outside. Versus like if somebody vomited on my legs, I'd probably be like, "Oh God," and be
True.
really disgusted.
Okay, so this one site has different terminologies, and this is from least intense of disgust to most intense. So
Okay.
the first is dislike, then it's aversion, then it's
Okay.
distaste, then it's repugnance, repugnance. I don't know how to
Okay.
fucking pronounce that. Then it's revulsion, then it's abhorrence, and then it's loathing.
Damn, these are big words.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would group.
Like I understand all of them, but I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, you chose the longest version.
I mean, it's like when we were in English class, I just used
Yeah.
very. Very disgusted. Or not very disgusted. Okay, so why do we get disgusted? Viv? I'm just kidding.
I was just gonna. Oh
No, I
shit.
have it. I have it. So I think from what I've been reading, it's kind of like a primitive thing where you're disgusted by something that could potentially be toxic.
Uh-huh.
So I think one of the more obvious examples is if you smell something rotting, you're disgusted by it, like naturally. Or even like vomit, you're naturally disgusted by it because it's a toxin to your body.
Uh-huh.
Or like even like poo smells bad, right? But you're
Mhm.
disgusted by it, and you want to avoid it because it's toxic to you, right? So I think from a primitive state, it's like something that will help you avoid these toxins naturally. But I think that's very similar to fear too.
Yep, I think so too.
You
I
get
would
afraid
agree.
of things that can potentially kill you. But I think disgust is like a less intense maybe version of that. Like fear is a very immediate, right?
Yeah.
Whereas disgust is like, oh, this is dangerous, but it doesn't pose like an immediate danger.
Yeah, I would say so.
Right.
I would agree.
So how we react to disgust. So I think the natural one is you crinkle your nose. The nose crinkling. You know what I'm talking about, Viv?
Yep. I can crinkle my nose.
Here's a physical one. There's a lowered eyebrow.
I love this picture.
A
Of this guy.
wrinkling on the side and bridge of nose. So that's the crinkling of the nose. I guess some stuff with the lips. I don't know if my okay. So it depends. So if something's disgusting, I would like open my mouth and be like, oh, this is gross. Kind of
Like you pretend to vomit type of
like
thing.
a fake, like, oh, this is gross.
Yeah.
But then if it's like a smell that's disgusting, I don't even want to open my mouth because I'm scared the smell particles will go in my mouth.
Yeah, and then I would make a pouty lip with my mouth and like move it towards my nose. I don't know how else to describe that. If something smells really bad.
I also like flex my neck and like my bottom jaw. Like
What the fuck?
like,
Oh, I see.
you know,
Is that flexing?
like yeah. You like stick your tongue out and you like go like a kind of like a fake you want to vomit.
like an upside down frown type
Yeah,
of
but then
thing, pretending like
it's
you're
also
vomiting.
like a force like you fake you want to vomit, but you actually
Oh,
don't.
like you're tightening the tendons in your neck too.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I
that's
get it.
gross, right? So it's kind of like yeah, you tighten this bottom part of your face.
Yeah.
So that's the usual response. I mean, I don't know about emotional or like psychologically if there's any other response other than this is gross. Please avoid kind of thing.
I have a favorite GIF, and if you search up
Is it
Michael
GIF or
Scott.
GIF? Isn't it GIF?
Oh, is it? I
I
say,
don't
I say
know.
GIF. If you search up Michael Scott,
Michael Scott discuss
yeah, his face.
face.
This one.
The one, so his forehead. If you guys just search up Michael Scott disgust face, it's pretty much his forehead is super wrinkled and his like bottom
He's like
part of the face
forcing
is
a
like
fucking
flexed.
smile in a
Yeah,
weirdest way. That's my
yeah,
favorite expression. I do that all the time.
yeah. I mean, I feel it. I feel it when I see something disgusting. It's just like, ugh. It's almost like you want to. For me, it's almost like I want to vomit, but I know I shouldn't, kind of thing.
Jesus Christ.
No, like I don't have anything coming up on me, but it's almost like a what's it called? What's it called when the dick hits the back of the throat?
Deep throat.
Yeah, but then like they get the response, the gagging.
Gagging.
Yeah. That was the only thing I can think of right now.
Of course, that's what you can think of.
I was like, how do you explain that? Okay,
Wait, are you saying you find it disgusting when a girl gags?
yeah, kind of.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, it's like you don't want her to puke on you.
I mean, yeah. Yeah,
You
yeah.
have a very vulnerable part there,
That's true.
and like you don't know what they do when they puke,
Some
right?
people like some people like the sound of that though.
Oh, really?
Like the
That's not definitely not my fetish. Yeah, no, that's definitely not my thing. It just like I don't know. It just feels like have you ever almost puked and or like gagged and like felt good about it? Like I've never like I don't know.
like if you drink a lot and you can make yourself vomit, that feels pretty good.
Really? Okay. I
Yeah.
don't know. You're fucked up, I think.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's normal to vomit. I hate vomiting.
Oh, I'm very okay with vomiting, like very comfortable.
Really?
Yeah.
Like I get like the whole teary eyed and the whole
Oh,
the growth.
that's normal, but I'm very like comfortable with having to vomit.
You're fucking prone to bulimia. Like that's fucked up, man. I don't think that's normal, dude.
Because I'm like, oh, if you feel sick and you get comfortable with like vomiting, then it'll feel so much better right after.
I will use so much of my effort to not vomit.
Oh, really?
Even if I know like I'll feel better if I vomit, I just like okay maybe I wait 10 minutes, the feeling will go away, and then I'll be fine,
Oh,
and I can just sleep it off or something like that. But like usually I'll have to.
I'm like really open to vomiting. Like
Oh
if I
my
feel nauseous or disgusted, I'm like, can we go try to vomit?
wait,
Be
but
right back,
do you get
guys.
nauseous often? Like I get motion sickness, so I get nauseous really often, like especially as a kid.
Um,
So I hated the feeling.
I used to get nauseous really often. Like now I know ways to avoid it. Like I don't read in the car. I don't go
Yeah.
on my phone in the car that much when the car's moving, or else I'll get a headache. Or like when I was in Europe, I caught such bad motion sickness. Like it was insane. Like it seems like I was exaggerating, but I really wasn't. Like every single time I got on a bus or a plane, I would get craziest motion sickness. Like the second the bus driver turned on the engine, I would start feeling nauseous. And I was like, what the fuck is with this reaction? And then my friend, he took me to this pharmacy in Poland and got me some gravel, like their version of gravel.
Yeah.
And after I took that, for some reason, I never got like motion sickness like ever again
Oh,
to that degree.
dude, I have to take gravel so often. Like before any flight, I have to take gravel.
Oh, really?
If I
Damn.
don't want to puke on a ride, I should take gravel like the morning of.
Oh,
Yeah, it gets pretty bad for me.
oh.
But dude, I thought it was bad for me, and like Joyce is like 5 times worse. I was like, fuck me, man. We have like inferior genetics. I don't think we should procreate.
That's nice.
We have fucking bad genetics for
You guys
this
probably
new
have really low
lifestyle.
liquids in your cochlear.
Ugh. But yeah, no, it's
Cochlear?
You're what?
Nothing.
Anyways, so then there's also different types of like what I've been reading, and it's very brief, guys. Trust me. So I'm no expert on disgust because I'm not disgusting.
Yeah, you
But
are.
the two main ones I read up about is there's like the physical disgust. So going back to my example, when you like smell something rotting, or if you smell vomit, or if you see something really gross, then you get that disgust feeling. But there's also like moral disgust. It's like a taught version of disgust.
Yeah.
I think the example I was giving is like, for example, if you were indoctrinated that like a certain race of people is not good, then you would have that disgust towards them, right?
Yeah.
Whenever you see them, and it's not a primal thing; it's more of a taught thing, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you could also be taught like not even just race, just like certain types of people aren't good, right? Like, oh, like as a kid, your parents would your parents may or may not have taught or like tried to teach you that like, oh, hey, people with tattoos are bad or anything like that. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, they're like criminals and stuff like that.
Like
So then, yeah,
gangsters.
yeah, exactly. So then you might feel like a disgust of yourself hanging out with them if you do have to see with them. But then when you start learning more and more, you're like, oh, okay, like that's a non-realistic thing, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, some of it is kind of like, I won't say right, but like it falls aligned with like the people's values.
Yeah.
So
I would say so.
like I'd feel disgusted if I were hanging out with a bunch of like pro-Nazi people, right? And that's like a value thing, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so there's the physical and then the moral disgust. Um, so those are the two ones that are the main ones. And then I just want to talk about quickly how this connects with the other emotions. So I think disgust and fear goes hand in hand the most. Usually when you're disgusted by something, you're also kind of like there's some fear of it. Like for example,
I would say anger could also be one.
okay, well, okay, let's start with disgust and fear. So like, um, I don't know, like so like some things I'm disgusted by, I won't be afraid of it, but okay, so the example I can give you is like I'll be disgusted if I see like vomit or if I smell vomit, right? I think it's very
Mm-hmm.
natural, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like afraid of vomit, but I can only imagine like if that touched me, I'd feel very like, oh, this is so gross type of thing.
Yeah. I would
So that
too.
would be my version of disgust and maybe a bit of fear, but it's not like a fear of the thing. It's more of a fear of action with it.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how to explain. So it's like
No, I get it.
I'm not afraid of that killing me, but it just makes me feel gross. Right?
It's like if you saw like a vat of spiders.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing's gonna happen, but it's kind of gross.
Yeah, for sure. And then, like you said, disgust and anger. How would that work?
Like I feel like that comes more hand in hand with moral disgust
Oh
for
yeah,
anger. Yeah.
yeah. You're like, I hate this group of people, and you have like anger associated to that
Yeah, like if
because of
somebody did something really bad, then you could be like, that's a disgusting characteristic of
yes,
yours.
yeah. No, no, I think that's very right. I don't think okay. I guess disgust and surprise is also very hand in hand. Like usually, if you see it coming, you won't be as disgusted.
Oh yeah,
But
you're
then
right.
if it's like someone projectile vomits, all of a sudden you're like, oh, what the fuck, and you just get like major disgusted. But if someone said, hey, I'll show you a trick, I'm gonna projectile vomit, then you're like, okay,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm ready for this.
That makes
It's not
sense.
combined. Disgust and sadness. I don't know. I don't know about this one. If it connects too much, I guess you could get sad from being disgusted by stuff. Like, oh man, his dick is so small.
And that's disgusting. Oh no.
Feels bad.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know. Disgust and sadness. So would you ever get sad about something disgusting? I mean, if something very beautiful to you become disgusting, then I guess you would be sad, right?
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Like your perception of something was so great, like oh my god, this girl is so beautiful, and all of a sudden you see her vomit, you're like, oh fuck, god
It's fucking
damn it.
ick.
I sorry, I keep using vomiting, but I feel like that's the more obvious one, right?
Yeah,
It's the
yeah,
most
I can see.
obvious disgust, and then so disgust and happiness. I don't know about this one if it ever really
Yeah,
combined.
no, I think they're competing emotions for sure.
Yeah, okay, no, I agree with that one for sure. Then, so things we
Or
are
actually,
what what's up?
no, I can think of an example. Like imagine if you just had a newborn baby and they
Oh yeah, it's like the
made a
most.
big ass mess or they like pooped their underwear. You would still be like, "Oh man, like okay, how about this is a perfect example. Imagine you just had a baby, your baby's like under 1 year old, and your baby's been feeling sick for the last week. And then they sick because they caught a flu or something. They have a stomach problem. And then they vomited one day all over the place, but you could tell that the baby was starting to feel better. You'd be like happy and disgusted at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that you don't even have to connect that to a baby, right? Like if your friend who's feeling sick and is drunk and they puke it out and they feel better, you're like, okay, that's gross, but I'm glad you're feeling
Oh
better.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's like, yeah, this is a step in the right direction for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I guess I can see that. Or I mean, disgusting thing could be potentially like very beautiful. Like some things in nature are like so disgusting to us, but it like blossoms to something nicer.
Like
Um,
what?
okay,
Like a
do you remember
dandelion.
there's this plant? I think it's like the death or whatever plant in the mutart, and then it only blooms
Oh
once every
yeah.
X amount of year, but it
Yeah, yeah.
smells like death.
It smells like corpses,
Yeah,
right?
and I'm sure that smell is very disgusting, but apparently the thing is very beautiful.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like a huge flower, right?
yeah, I have no idea exactly.
They
I
have it in
wasn't.
Animal Crossing if anyone wants to try and unlock that. I'm just like,
Yeah, but I assume I guess you could kind of correlate that where you know the outcome of the disgust is something good.
yes.
Then you could potentially feel disgust and happiness as
Yes,
a
yes,
combined
yes.
emotion. Okay, cool. All right, now we're gonna get into the juicy shit. Things we find disgusting. But one before we get to just random things, I'm curious on things girls find disgusting that guys don't find disgusting.
Okay.
So in for okay, for one example, and like might sound a little weird, especially to you, but like sniffing panties, for example. Like I have no joy in that, but I'm just saying like it's like a common thing, right? Like a very like
Are
common
you sure it's
stereo.
okay? You could tell our guests.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's just fucking great. No, just kidding. But like I don't know, like you get curious about it, right? Like as a guy, girls smell nice. That's like the
Yeah.
thing. So it's like, oh, you're curious about that shit. But I assume for you guys, that's fucking disgusting. Like that's your underwear, right?
Yeah.
Like, and it doesn't even work the reverse. Like a girl would never want to
I
smell a
would
guy's underwear, right?
never.
Or like,
You'll see fucking skid marks in that shit, I swear.
yeah, or the other example is like guys want to like smell a girl's bra or something like that, right?
Really?
I yes, sure.
All
I guess
right. Tell me all your tendencies, why don't you?
I mean, it's not really. I feel like when I was younger in high school, that's a thing.
Yeah,
But like now that I've experienced a lot, it's like nah, not really. That's
I
pretty
see.
gross
You
too.
don't sniff panties anymore.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's pretty gross now. But
Yeah.
I've been through a couple relationships, so it's yeah. Um, but yeah, so that's just one example. What I'm saying is like something that a guy doesn't find disgusting, but a girl might find really disgusting, right? Like there might be some gender
Uh-huh.
differences there. Like obviously, a guy would never. Okay, a straight guy would never think sucking a dick is nice, but girls love it.
Yeah. I mean, not all girls. I know some
Okay,
that
yeah, but some girls
absolutely.
love it, and to
Yeah.
us, that's disgusting.
I
Like
see.
that's like,
I see.
oh,
I
that's
see.
gross, right? But to you know, the other gender, I'm just curious. Is there the very certain things, right? Like another example is like for guys, like bugs aren't that gross for most people.
Yeah. But for
But
girls,
like
it is.
most
Most
guys, it's
girls.
not gross. But like I know a lot of girls are disgusted about like spiders and stuff
Hmm.
like that, right?
The first thing that comes to mind for me would be like burping and farting. I feel like a lot of
Oh,
girls think it's gross when guys
yeah.
absolutely fucking let it rip.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we don't give a fuck about that. Yeah, no, that's right. You're completely right about that one.
Yeah. Or like being messier or dirtier in that way. Like,
Yeah, like a guy would like fart and burp like it's nothing,
yeah.
and then
Or like
I'm
not.
sure girls find it disgusting. But then if a
Uh,
girl like queefed or something, we'll be like, oh, that's cute.
really?
I mean, it doesn't affect us. I don't think.
Interesting. Well, I don't find like burping and farting disgusting. I think it's like a normal human
Well, you
reaction.
say you don't burp, which I don't believe you, but
No, I like never. I swear.
like even you drink a whole can of pop.
Yeah, well, we can test it out too.
I mean, I don't want to put you through that pain.
Yeah, fucking macros. But yeah, no, like I have a weird thing with my body producing gas.
Like you don't, or
Like I
like you
don't.
don't.
Like I
Oh,
don't burp and fart.
okay.
And I asked my doctor before if it was normal, and they're like, as long as you're pooping, it's fine. It's not a big deal. And I was like, I
Do you find so like one thing I find disgusting, I think it's very natural for guys is like the period is kind of gross. It's like you're bleeding for like 5 days,
yeah.
and it's like kind of disgusting.
I feel like guys don't even know the worst of how it can get.
It gets smelly, in my opinion.
Yeah, like it smells like iron, and it
Yeah,
smells like heavy blood,
yeah, like
and then
it's
like pee because you're peeing. And then okay, let me tell you how disgusting a
oh.
period can be. Okay,
But is it disgusting to you guys also?
it can be sometimes, in
Oh,
my
okay,
opinion.
okay. So it's mutual then.
Like it's pretty normal. Like it's I feel like it's a lot more normalized for us.
Yeah.
But then there's times when it can get really disgusting. Like if you have a really bad period, then like you can have like a shit ton of blood everywhere. You can have a bunch of blood clots.
Oh,
It could smell
gross.
really heavily of like iron and blood and pee. And then because your uterus is expanded, it kind of pushes against your bowels. So girls have this thing called like period poops, where if you have like bad cramps or you get really bloated, then it will automatically make you poop a lot more when you're on your period. So like
Oh.
the worst you could have is imagine you're like bleeding a shit ton, and then you're just bleeding so much that when you're sitting on the toilet it just drips, and you see like shit ton of blood clots, but then you're also shitting yourself. Like that's
Oh.
pretty gross.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's pretty gross. I feel bad because like I have obviously never experienced that, but I
Yeah.
kind of get it when like girls want to like take the day off school or something when that
Oh
shit's happening
yeah.
to them, and like I would also feel like why they are so like if I was in that state, I would get easily aggravated,
Yeah.
or like I'd be
If you
very
felt that
like
much
in
pain.
a very agitated state. Like no one bothers me. I just want to go home because I'm forced to come to this stupid place when
Yeah.
I'm in pain.
Like
Right?
it's not even just that. Like your hormones
Are all
are
fucked.
all fucked and they increase, so
Yeah.
which makes you all moody and everything. So it's actually like down to a science.
Don't isn't there menstrual cycles too?
Yeah, there actually is, and guys are every 2 weeks or every week. Like you regularly cycle out your hormones, whereas girls do it like every 28 days. I think that's the regular
Oh, so
cycle.
maybe
But
it's
guys'
less
cycle is like
intense.
10 to 15, something like that. And
Oh,
it's less intense, but it still happens, but it happens more frequently.
I see. I see. Fuck, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it is for me, but I mean, some days I feel pretty shitty, but I think it's usually because of lack of sleep for me. But yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Like, I think girls can have it very different when it comes to periods. Like, some girls don't really get cramps at all. Some
Oh,
girls
lucky
don't
them.
have heavy periods.
Yeah, I mean, all of that shit for me is disgusting. As a guy, I was like, oh, I feel bad, but I'm also like very disgusted. I'm also like, I don't know what to do. I was like, what the fuck you want me to do? You want me to go buy some diapers or something? I have no idea. Like, this is gross. Like,
You can get like a hot water bottle bag or Midol or Aleve.
oh, these are drugs, right?
Aleve and Midol are like painkillers.
Yeah. Oh, I have the that heat blanket.
Yeah, or like yeah, something warm to put on your tummy.
Yeah, and you guys can't drink like cold water too, right, or something?
Yeah, or else it
It'll
like
fuck you
hurts
guys up.
and bleed
God
more, some
damn.
shit like that.
I mean, okay, so other than those examples, I can't really think of anything else. Oh, I guess the only other thing is like some piercings are kind of disgusting to me. I don't know if it's just me or if it's like I'm
I don't
pretty sure
think it's a
it's
gender thing, but like if we're talking in general, I think like facial piercings are a little meh.
like to a girl, is piercings like very normal. Like some of them are disgusting to me, like at very like weird places and stuff.
But
Um, trying to think here, like pretty much anything on the face except for maybe the nose
yeah.
is kind of weird to me.
Oh,
I guess I wouldn't get disgusted, but I get disgusted by the process.
oh, I see.
Like I don't think I'm a fan of heart, but I think like seeing like surgeries and shit like that will kind of disgust me a bit.
Oh, I love watching surgeries.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's the difference between guys or girls, or if it's just me. Like that stuff doesn't interest me as much. Or like injuries. I'm very disgusted by injuries.
I love that
Like
shit.
if someone breaks their arm in front of me or breaks their leg, I was like, oh, that's so fucking like I don't know if it's a fear or if it's disgust. Because am I afraid of like feeling that same pain, or am I disgusted by that pain, right?
Mm-mm.
For injuries, for surgery, it's like a fear, not fear, but like the disgust of
Just
opening
too
up.
gory.
Yeah, but like I wouldn't like faint by watching those stuff.
Yeah.
I'd just be like, this is a little
Mm,
gross, because I kind of like not relate, but I kind of think of me in that position
yeah.
and getting that like that much amount of like stuff taken out of me or whatever.
Yeah.
It just feels gross, right? I don't know.
I can see that. Do you
But
know how a C-section is done?
that's when they open their is it uterus or whatever to
Yeah,
pull
so
out the
you have
baby?
to cut through several layers of
That's pretty gross,
human
right?
tissue. So first you have your like your skin, then your subcutaneous fat, then you'll have your visceral fat, and then you'll have your muscles underneath, and then you'll have you have your fascia and then your muscles, and then you have to cut through this. I believe there's a lining that like protects all your organs that you have to cut through, and then your uterus is behind your stomach and your pancreas or some of your other organs. So they literally have to, and your bowels. So they literally have to take those out of you and like put them to the side and then pull your uterus up and then slice that open.
Really? Is that invasive of a thing?
Yeah, it's that
There's
invasive.
no way around it?
No, because you literally have to like pull some of your guts and like place it on the side for a bit while you cut horizontally into the uterine sac and then take out the amniotic sac.
What the fuck is the recovery process in that? Well, they're fucking tearing you
It's
apart.
really long.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a lot of layers, and then they sew that one shut, they sew the next one, the next layer, the next layer. Sometimes they have to sew your abdomen muscles together because when they slice it open, they slice it like right in the middle.
Yeah.
And then sometimes when you're done giving birth, or even while you're pregnant, your abdomen can like stretch and part and never go back to normal. So sometimes they have to like slice in the middle of your abdomen muscles and sew that back together so that you have like normal abs.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty gross. I'd not a fan.
Yep, me neither.
I mean, you're not convincing me to get a kid, that's for sure.
But I think surgeries are really cool.
Really? I think some of them are pretty gross. Yeah, I don't know. Like some of them seems pretty gross.
And they're also cool. Like
really?
brain surgeries seem so much more easier.
Oh, fuck
like they look easier than you would think they are.
Like, okay, I have a
But
feeling
obviously they're a lot complicated.
when I hear them, like when I hear like bone getting cut and shit.
Why? It just sounds like you're sawing through something.
I mean, that's gross. I mean, to me, like I feel like I can take it. Like I can probably watch it if I had to, but I wouldn't want to. Like there's no like it's kind of like a unnecessary thing for me.
I see.
Yeah. So
I just think sometimes, like, what if I learn something and I'm in like an emergency situation and someone needs their...
You're dead. I mean, if you gotta lose that much blood, you're probably dead.
I mean, yeah, but I'm saying like if someone needed some like fast medical help, then I'd be like, shit, I watched this on Grey's Anatomy.
You're the fucking worst.
But I do have my level 2 CPR.
Yeah, I don't have any of that.
Or level 2 first aid license, so it's not that bad.
Do you find actually I don't know. I guess it's not disgusting doing CPR and stuff. I mean a little bit. It just kind of depends.
They're hot. It's not disgusting.
Yeah, well,
like, oh, you need mouth to mouth, and they're like, no, I'm fine. No, no,
face.
Bitch, you need mouth to mouth.
I'm giving it to you whether you like it or not. Yeah, okay. No, that makes sense, I guess. I feel like a lot of girls like that stuff. Like, you ever watch the pimple popper shit?
Oh my god, yes. That's so satisfying.
Really? I don't find any joy in watching that. It's just like a lot of gross shit coming out of your body, isn't it?
Yeah, but don't you feel satisfied afterwards?
Not really. Like, satisfied to me is like taking a huge dump and like emptying my bowels. Like, it feels like you're empty and it feels so good after. It feels like a refresh.
Yeah.
Like a restart to your bowels.
That does sound like a big poop.
Yeah. Do you ever have it where it comes out of the water?
What?
Yeah.
How low is your water? Is that normal?
Dude. I'm telling you, it's not my toilet. That's not the problem.
You're like, oh yeah, it was one of those toilet basins where you can tell they don't care about how much water they use per flush.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, usually the commercial ones, that's the jet stream super crazy one,
yeah.
right? But no, sometimes I drop a log in there.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, a little brown
good for you. Good for you.
Yep. I mean, that's satisfaction to me, but the rest is kind of disgusting.
What do guys find disgusting about girls?
Like I said, the period part's pretty gross. I think there's like a unwritten notion that most girls smell good, but when one doesn't, you're like, that's disgusting. But
okay.
I think that's very unfair. So for that, that's pretty disgusting.
Well, I think that like I guess it's more targeted towards guys, but if a guy is like super sweaty,
the girls find that attractive.
No, wait, sweaty and greasy. Like anyone can get sweaty, and that could be like really, really okay or like hot even. But then if they're like greasy at the same time,
I don't find.
Then that's kind of gross.
I don't find sweaty females that attractive.
Really?
I mean, yeah, I don't know, but maybe that's just me. Like, I guess it depends on the situation.
Yeah, of course. Like you're just walking up some stairs and they're all sweaty.
Just like,
that's disgust.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess I'm just trying to think of what else I would find in a girl that's disgusting. That's about it. It's mostly the period that's pretty gross. I think because I feel like most girls have like better hygiene than guys.
Yeah.
I think guys have pretty shitty hygiene, especially like when you're younger and stuff. You don't care as much.
Yeah.
Compared to when you get older, you kind of care about that stuff a bit more.
I know somebody that whenever they take a shit, they don't look at their poop. That's weird, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's very
Or
weird.
like when they wipe, they just don't look at their napkin because they don't like seeing poop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they just wipe until they're like, I'm sure it's clean.
Oh, no. I have to look to make sure it's clean, but
Yeah, fucking weird, right?
but I like using a bidet, so that's usually the preference. But I always look because like sometimes
You have to.
sometimes you feel like you're not shitting a lot, and then there's a log there, or sometimes you feel like you're
Oh,
shitting so
Jesus.
much and it's like nothing there.
Yeah.
So
get
like
that
I have to
part.
like double check, and then it's
Yeah,
always
you
like you
just
want to check for
see.
blood and shit and all that other stuff that's not good for you.
Yeah.
I feel like it's very natural to look.
I think so too.
I don't think it's disgusting at all. So other than guys and girls, I think there's also like a racial difference too. Like it sounds bad, but I think it's mostly tied into your upbringing. Like for me, I find it disgusting if you wear shoes in the house.
Yeah, I would say so.
Maybe it's just a Canada thing, but I think in general, like if I see any shows where people are wearing shoes in their house, I was like, that's not right. Right? Like even okay, it goes even beyond for me. Like if we're in a hotel room and you wear your shoes beyond like the first couple of steps, I was like, that's gross, guys. Like you gotta take off your shoes. Like this
Yeah.
is the clean area.
Yeah, I
I find that
agree.
kind of disgusting when I see that.
But then after that, you have to wear socks or shoes around the rest of the place because it's like, I don't know how well they clean these
Yeah.
floors.
So you just fucked up for yourself because you're not comfortable anymore.
Well, you know. Oh, I do something whenever I go to like hotels or Airbnbs. I'll always bring like an extra shirt or an extra towel and I'll put that on my pillow so I can sleep like comfortably.
Oh, you're
'Cause
scared of
I'm
you're
like
disgusted by like bed bugs?
no, I'm like a germaphobe when it comes to like a lot of things, but especially my face and my head.
Oh, so if someone coughed near you, would you be like, ugh?
Kind of.
Try to like dodge that shit? Be like, oh fuck.
I mean,
get
like
outta
it's
here."
already in the air, but it's more so like things touching my face. Like if they coughed without like covering their mouth,
Oh.
then I'd be like, oh god,
But it's okay, so the other thing is like if you know that person, does that change?
why would that change?
I mean, if it's your boyfriend, that's different now, right?
Well, if he's like directly coughing on my face, then I would be like, fucking gross.
Okay, I mean, yeah, but like if you're a germaphobe of things touching your face, but like if he like licked your face, for example, that'd be
I'd
normal.
go wash it after.
Oh, okay, I mean, okay, yeah, you guys are doing stuff. That's why this is happening.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Then
yeah.
that's normal, right?
Well, yeah.
But then in every other context, anything touching your face, that's gross to you.
Yeah, like if someone caresses my face. I'd
Oh,
be
like touches your face even?
yeah, because your hands are fucking
Oh.
dirty.
I touch my face all the time, but
This one time, the setter on my Thursday team.
Yeah.
We were just talking on the court and she just patted my face like out of endearment. And
Yeah.
I couldn't stop thinking about it the whole time. I was like, my fucking face is dirty. Bro, we're playing volleyball.
yeah, I guess I can see that. I mean, I don't know. For me, that's actually that's not that disgusting.
Like when I'm washing up to get ready for the night or before or even getting ready in the mornings, when I wash my face and everything, I don't touch anything until along the way. Like after I wash my face, I make sure that my hands don't touch anything at all aside from like skincare for then until I'm like done my skincare. Like not even the doorknob, not even like the light switch, not even
Do you-
like
Do you think that's normal with other girls too, or is it just you?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Oh, because like okay, for example, like me and my little cousins, like you know how you like squish each other's cheeks sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just like for fun and shit. I'm not disgusted by that at all. And like I think it's because it's my family too.
Yeah.
Is that the same for you, or you're just like anyone?
Like anyone, anything.
Oh, okay.
Like I
shit.
don't want shit touching my face. Like I sanitize my glasses multiple times a day
Oh,
because it's touching
really?
my face. Yeah.
Fuck.
Like I
Wait,
hate things
do
touching
you
my face.
ever work in environments where it's like really dusty and your face gets all dirty from that? Would you
Uh,
hate that?
I would hate it, yeah.
Oh, okay, fuck. I was just thinking like if you work like in a dusty house or you're renovating anything or if
Oh,
you're
yeah,
like under a car and
100%.
shit, like it gets gross. Like sometimes oil drips on my face when I'm working under a car by accident,
Yeah.
right? And like to me it's kind of gross, but it's like the grossness is just like, oh, this is gross. I take a towel, wipe it off, and I just keep going.
Oh yeah, I would go wash my whole face.
Just fucking sanitize your whole body, like dip me in fucking
Yeah.
dip me in hand sanitizer, please.
Yeah. Like even for my skincare, I even like sanitize the bottles every twice a week.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
you won't
because I'm like,
survive in my
because I'm like,
house.
I touch this shit, and even though I touch it with clean hands every time, like it's still sitting in a drawer, so I should just sanitize it. And I sanitize like the handle for my skincare fridge too, like
Oh,
every single time after I use it,
you're a major
just to
germaphobe.
like make sure that when I touch my face when I'm opening my skincare fridge, that my hands will still be clean.
Does that ever affect your relationships?
I don't think so.
Really? I'd be so annoyed. I touch your thing and you'd probably be annoyed and you want to get that cleaned, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, like skincare specifically.
Oh, but like everything
I
else
do
is
that.
fine?
Yeah, because I don't touch other things when I touch my face. If
Oh,
that makes sense.
I mean, I think that may cause problems at times in a relationship.
But
Because if I was pissed at you, I'd touch your thing on
like
purpose.
my skincare stuff, I'm like,
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah. Like I
Okay,
do
I'm
it on
gonna
purpose.
go
Just if I'm
sanitize
like,
all this shit.
yeah, if I'm being petty, I'd be like, fuck you.
I
Yeah.
like when I clean. I feel like a lot of people when they clean, they like make it clean, but they don't sanitize, which is a whole nother thing too.
Fuck.
I'm like, fuck, you need to sanitize high touch points and everything too.
I'm glad this is the limitation of our relationship because I don't give a fuck about that shit.
Or like before bed, I
Maybe
always put in hand sand too.
okay,
And
you're
I
fucking
like
weird. I
clean
think you're
my
weird,
feet.
but maybe I'm disgusting. I don't know which
I
one,
think I'm a little obsessive over it.
but I think you're weird.
Or like I wash Lumi's feet before we go to bed every day. And
I
I like
know. I think that's normal because they've been running outside all day.
yeah, but I do that and then I like clean her mouth and I use like this it's like this mitt that picks up like dirt and stuff really easily, but it's dry and I use it to like brush over Lumi
Oh
like
wow,
every
you're
night.
intense.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm gross then. I don't know. Cause like for me, I like Taro will only like sleep on the top of my blanket, which I
Yeah.
don't touch,
Yeah.
or on
Lumi
his
too.
bed. So then I'd be like, okay, fine, I'll clean you just enough, like your paws and shit, and
Yeah, yeah.
good enough, whatever. You can just yeah.
Yeah. I think I get too obsessive over it.
Oh, dude, you're fucking intense. I have to say, this is like your emotion. I think, other
Yeah.
than sadness, this is your thing.
Yeah. I mean like there's a lot of germs out there, you know?
Yeah, but what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Don't you feel?
True. True.
So it's
True.
like if you were to feel that a bit more, then maybe you'll have a better. I don't know. That's my thought. Like you get a better immune system the more shit you go through.
Yeah, that's true.
But I
Like
don't
we
know.
have a cleaning lady at work that like cleans everything. But every Monday I take it upon myself to like wipe my whole desk and everything down with like a Lysol wipe.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate
Even
it.
though I'm the only one that works at my desk,
I
right?
hate it when she touches my desk.
Yeah.
She moves my stuff around. I'm like, fuck me.
Oh, really? My lady doesn't move my stuff around. That's how I'm like, how the fuck are you supposed to clean if you're not moving anything around?
Uh,
Like you're supposed to lift shit up and wipe underneath it. Like hate it when people are dusting shit and they just dust it all the way until they get they're like blocked by an object and they just go around it. I'm like, you need to lift that shit up.
I don't know. I think maybe I'm gross, but I like a bit of organized chaos on my desk. Like I like it a little
Mm.
bit chaotic. So, but then when you start touching stuff, I know right away because it's my
Oh, I
organized
see.
chaos. So I'm
That
like,
makes sense.
fuck, she touched my things again, and I'm like,
My
okay,
pen's on the left side when I put it on the right side yesterday.
yeah. So I'm like, fuck, I might as well just throw everything away now. There's no point in doing this. Yeah, no, that's gross. But anyways, going back to the original one, I was talking about like racial differences. I wonder because um like is there anything you think is so like inclusively Asian that we find other stuff disgusting? The one I said earlier was like the whole shoes thing.
Uh-huh.
Um, we find that
Oh,
generally disgusting.
I kind of know one. It's more about mannerism. So whenever we go
Yes.
out to eat, if I see somebody pour their own cup first, I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
there's a small part of me that's like, what the fuck? But I'm like, you're just friends. Like, it's not a big deal.
Yes, I think the big one is probably mannerism. Like I
Yeah.
think being Asian, there's so many like very specific things we have to do in terms of like
Yeah.
um I guess being nice to others and shit and like all that stuff that we've learned. Like, respect your elders, you always give them the food first and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Not bullshit, but like I'm just saying like amongst friends, it shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
But like with elders it does. I'm just trying to think of what else for
Or like
us.
if they don't say hi to the parents.
Oh
Like you have
yeah.
a bunch of friends over and what some of your friends don't say hi.
Yeah.
I'd be like, are you fucking kidding me? You have to.
I mean, I personally don't get disgusted because I understand everyone grows up differently, but I see why like my parents might think differently because that's just how they were living their life,
Yeah.
right?
I personally feel like when you go over to someone's house, you should kind of follow like their rules. So if you see them say hi to the parents or like see their siblings or see everyone else do something like that, then you should probably do the same thing.
But I ain't wear my shoes in that house. That's gross. Yeah, no, that's true though. I'm just trying to think because I'm not saying like one is better than the other, but like there's just very specific things we do that other race may not do, and it might go the other way. Like I won't know until I have someone on.
Yeah.
Like I get it, eating pork's bad, so don't want to do it in front of their face. It's disgusting. I see. Okay, cool. So what are other things, just random things that disgust you?
Oh my god, like phobias? I have tryptophobia.
Tryptophobia. What the fuck is that?
You look it up, but don't show me. Tryptophobia is like when you get disgusted by seeing small holes or dots really close together.
Oh,
It looks so gross.
yeah. Do you want me to show you
Like
some
it makes
pictures?
my skin crawl. Like I want to like rip it to shreds and like burn this shit or something. Like it just needs to be
Oh.
destroyed because it's that disgusting and repulsive.
Sorry to mansplain this to you, but it's actually trypophobia. There's no
Oh really?
second T in that. Dumbass.
Damn, I always call it tryptophobia.
Trypophobia, right? Trypophobia. Yeah.
Trypophobia.
Wait, am I spelling it right? No, yeah,
Yeah,
trypophobia.
trypophobia.
So like these holes and stuff in like people's hands and
Fucking disgusting. Oh my god, that one's so gross.
stuff.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Gross.
So this doesn't bother me that much. If they were dirty
What?
inside, it'd bother me because I'd want to clean it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, but that's so gross. It's like if you also look really closely at a pomelo or any citrus fruit, they have a whole bunch of oil glands in the zest and it looks so gross.
I wonder if this is common. I wonder if trypophobia
I
is
think
really
it's very
common.
common.
Oh, it is. It's like almost second. I mean, in this random top 10 list, it's number 2. Fear of circle clusters.
But so gross.
Really? Okay, that's Can you explain it, or is it just naturally disgusting to you?
It just looks disgusting. Like it feels so repulsive, like deep down in a way that I can't really explain.
I see. I see.
Like it literally makes my body feel like I'm gonna tore my body.
Okay, let's start with phobias, and then after I want to talk about like very plain disgusting things.
Okay.
So phobia, I'm just gonna list some that I think are so like I think phobias. There's a difference between fear and gross disgust, right?
Yeah.
Like some of them, like fear of heights, I think is a fear thing, not disgusting. You're not disgusted by height. You're afraid of height, right? So there's none of that. But
I feel like my definition of phobia is that it's an irrational level of fear that you have for that thing. Like your response is almost irrational. Irrational.
Let's see. A phobia is an overwhelming or debilitating fear, usually of something that poses no real danger at all. If
Yeah.
it does pose some danger, the person's response is usually out of proportion to the
Yeah.
actual danger it poses.
Like I think that I have like whatever a needle phobia is called.
Dicophobia. Let's see. Needlephobia. Needlephobia.
Because when I was younger, when I knew that I needed to get a needle or an injection, I would literally cry for like 2 hours in advance and then cry like 2 hours afterwards.
Okay, so that's
Because it was like terrifying
that's called
to me.
trypanophobia. Trypanophobia.
Yeah.
Trypanophobia. Yeah.
But now I just faint.
Damn, goddamn. Okay, so other common or other phobias that I think are more disgust related, rather, because is that a fear thing? That must be more of a fear than a disgust thing, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Another fear one would be, or disgust might be, arachnophobia.
I'm fine with spiders. I'll put them
but
in my hands.
do you think people are like a fear or is it a disgust of
I
spiders?
think it's both disgust
Oh,
too,
okay,
because they see all the legs and they're like, "Oh God, why is it so creepy crawly? Why does it move like that? Shit like that."
Oh, what is this? B2 phobia? Biphobias? What is this?
Interesting.
Is fear of needles, but also fear of blood. Oh, okay. So there's 2 different ones. It's ichnophobia is fear of needles or sharp
That's what I
objects.
have.
But why did this one say it was different? Okay, whatever. And then hemophobia is a fear of blood.
Oh, I know some people that can't see blood at all.
Oh, really? They faint right away, right, or something?
Yeah, they get really disgusted.
Oh, Yeah, and I'm usually pretty fine. Like my mom is med lab, so she takes
Yeah,
people's blood.
yeah,
So I see that shit all the time. Like I see it in my own house,
yeah.
right?
I'm really okay with blood too.
Dental phobia, fear of dentists. Okay, no, I think that's a fear. I don't think that's a disgust. But I have a disgust to really bad teeth, like UK teeth, like just fucking. You know what
I
I
know
mean?
exactly what you're talking about when you say UKT.
UK teeth. Oh, obviously it's Austin Powers with the perfect fucking teeth.
But yeah, I get it.
It's just the fucking this thing right here where like everything's fucking disproportionate, going in the wrong fucking angle.
I agree. I think having nice teeth makes a huge difference in someone's appearance too.
Yeah. And I think I talked about this during my breathing podcast. It's not even about like orthodontics or not. It's about chewing more. Like the
Uh,
more you chew, the bigger your mouth grows. The bigger your mouth grows, your teeth actually fits properly, and then it grows straight when it fits properly.
yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't. I don't have a fear of that stuff. It's just disgusting to me. Sorry for the people out there with really bad teeth, but it's kind of gross to me.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of not a pretty sight to see for me either, I would say.
I mean, it's just physically unattractive to
Yeah,
me. It's just
me
like,
too.
oh, can we just deal with this in two
I
years?
feel like it actually adds a lot to how attractive somebody can be.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we're shallow as fuck.
Yeah. But I think that's like Canadian culture, right?
Yeah, because everyone here has money for like orthodontics and shit.
Yeah, whereas in UK or Japan it's
Yeah. Oh, in
more,
Japan.
yeah, in Japan they like having crooked teeth because
Really?
it's considered cuter when you have crooked teeth.
Oh my god, dude! You don't understand how disgusted I am when like a really cute girl comes out with a mask and then she takes it off and she starts speaking and I see the teeth and I'm like, no, no. Or like how they don't open their mouth a lot and it's like, oh, she's so adorable or she's so cute, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden you see the teeth and I'm just like, no, what a waste.
Yeah, I think it can definitely ruin someone's overall attractive level.
Okay, and maybe I'm shallow, super shallow. I don't know, but I just think. Anyways, another one is entomophobia. So that's this is insects.
Just say,
I don't like. Okay, the only time I'm not even sure if it's disgust or if it's fear, because like if I saw a really big cockroach, I would be hesitant. Like I've killed a cockroach before, where I threw a sandal at it and it like splat,
oh
like
really?
blood like splat, like I could see like an actual splat,
Uh-huh.
and that was pretty disgusting. Cause like at least here I'm not used to bugs that fucking big. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I kill a big mosquito and you see a bit of blood and shit, and you're like,
Yeah.
it's my blood, whatever, right?
Or
But when
somebody else's.
yeah,
And you
well,
get West Nile
I mean, yeah, I
and
could have
die.
AIDS too, right, from that.
True.
But anyways, just like a small bug is fine, but like once you get to like Australia level shit, I'm just like, I don't know, man. Like I feel like that thing can kill me, but
Oh
for sure
yeah.
it can kill my dog.
Oh yeah, for
And then
sure.
so then at that point, I'm not sure if it's a fear of like being in danger or if it's a disgust of how, I don't know. I think it's more a fear of danger. Like when I have to kill a spider, or I usually don't, but if I have to, it's kind of like, okay, you just kill it, right? But then when I see something that big, like a tarantula, I'm like, I don't know if I can kill that one shot, man. I think it might fuck me up first or something like that.
I think there could still be discussing that.
Yeah, yeah. It's just, yeah. Pretty gross for me. Let's see what else is there. What's this? Misophonia. I think this is what you have. Fear of dirt and germs. Microorganisms such as bacteria, parasites, or viruses. Misophonia.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I think you kind of have that.
Yeah, in a weird way, right?
Do you think people who have like issues are have disgust towards like social situations?
What do you mean?
Like I'm not sure if it's fear or disgust, but like how some people are very anxious or they're very afraid of like public speaking or stuff like
Yeah.
that. Do you think that's fear or do you think it's disgust?
For for that example specifically, I think it's fear.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I guess that makes sense. Okay, next one on this list is zoophobia. So it's afraid of animals, like dogs, reptiles, birds, whatever. I think I'm disgusted by
Dogs.
no, but you ever have like some type of bug that eats another bug from the inside out?
Yeah, like
Yeah, I
parasites.
find that very disgusting.
Oh, that is kind of
Uh,
interesting.
yeah, yeah, like parasites. I find like it's just disgusting. It just looks gross, and
Yeah.
I don't know, it just looks gross. One time I saw a bird eat the head of another bird.
Oh
So it
god.
was a crow. It stepped on this pigeon and it pecked its head off.
Oh my goodness.
And I was kind of disgusted by that. And I was like, I ain't going near that shit. Like, I guess I could have saved that pigeon, but I'm like, nah, man, this is nature. Like, I have to leave nature alone.
Oh Jesus Christ.
But yeah,
I
that
would
was
have
pretty
saved it.
gross. But the other thing is, like some animals, or is it fish? I'm not sure, but like some of them will eat the other animal alive, like while they're still alive.
Oh, like fish and snakes.
Yeah, and I find that really disgusting because it's like, oh, just fucking put it out of its misery kind of thing.
Mm-mm.
Actually, again, I'm not sure if it's fear or disgust. I think maybe it's like a bit of like empathy and shit towards the
Yeah.
animal, but it's kind of like, oh, this is kind of gross that you're eating it while it's still moving. I think it's mostly me imagining, and if I was in that situation, someone eating me while it's
Yeah,
still
and then
alive, right?
your skin slowly starts to burn from the stomach acid.
Oh, yeah, that's fucked
Yeah.
up. I mean, the worst is birds. I think birds are actually fucking disgusting. Like, not disgusting, but like, they will destroy each other alive and shit, and it's pretty brutal. Like,
So do with other animals.
I think mammals are actually kind of more, like, less brutal. Like, they'll actually kill and then eat.
Oh yeah.
Whereas I feel like bugs and birds, they'll like eat shit alive.
Oh yeah,
Like
for
it's
sure.
nothing. Yeah, so that's kind of eh. What else is there? So there's androphobia, the fear of men.
What the fuck?
I don't know if it's disgust or
Sounds
fear.
like you're a lesbian to me.
Maybe. Whoa, arithmophobia, fear of numbers. God damn, what a sad life. What a sad life to live. Clowns, colorophobia. I know a lot of people that fear clowns. I'm
Oh,
almost
my
certain it's not
sisters.
disgust. I'm certain it's just fear.
Yeah, I think so too.
Emetophobia, fear of vomiting. I think a lot of people have that. Like, I don't know. It's like I said before. I'm not afraid of it, but it's disgusting. Like to me,
Yeah.
like the smell's gross, the look is gross. It's just eh. Um. Hydrophobia, fear of water. God damn, that's a tough life.
Yeah.
Lochiophobia, the fear of childbirth.
Oh no, I'm pregnant. What the fuck?
I mean, it could be disgusting if you think of the end result.
A baby?
I mean, yeah, but like, don't you like shit and
Fucking
piss while you're
gross,
giving
you're right.
birth?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of gross. No.
Yeah, I heard a lot of doctors they'll just quickly wipe away your shit if you happen to shit while you're giving birth to a baby to not like embarrass you and distract you.
How do you wipe it away? Isn't it? What if it's a log?
Like they
coming out?
have a whole bunch of those potty sheets. I forgot what they're called.
Diapers.
No, those like they're absorbent on one side and they're plastic on the other, so that you can like pee on it and they'll just change out the sheet.
Oh. Could you
Yeah,
imagine?
they have a whole bunch of those underneath you while you're giving birth, so that the second it gets dirty or the second you pee or poop on it, they'll just wrap that up and pull it off, and then there'll be like 10 other layers underneath
Wait,
it.
isn't it disgusting? You know how people give birth in like a pool? Like I think that's one of like the natural ways.
Oh yeah,
Isn't that gross? Because you're like swimming in your own shit.
yeah, yeah, and like blood and other
Oh.
freaking liquids. Like, have you seen someone give birth before?
No, I mean I don't. No.
It's actually so gross. Like if you're looking straight at the vagina, there's like yellow and white liquids that come out and like other
pus?
shit. Yeah, it looks like pus.
Ugh.
Like it actually
Pus
looks
is
so
pretty
gross. Like it looks like they have like iodine liquid there and like pus, and sometimes they shit a little and they'll pee a little. Oh my god, it's actually so gross.
This podcast is not for the faint of heart. friends. Yeah, the rest looks like fear of these phobias. I feel like most phobias are fear based, not disgust based. Because it's like unrealistic. Like I feel like disgust is such a less intense version, and it's like a very unrealistic. Like phobias are an unproportional
Yeah,
response,
I would
right?
say so.
Okay. What are other spa things you find disgusting? So like one for me, I find really gross is when I get my socks wet.
Oh fuck,
I find
that's
that very
so
disgusting.
gross.
It's just a really disgusting feeling.
That's like one big reason why I don't like going swimming. It's because afterwards you're still like damp and you'll never feel that clean because you're
No.
like showering in the public shower, and then usually the floor is like wet. And I'm like, I don't know if this is pee, if this other water. Like I don't want to touch anywhere that's wet.
What?
And I get so
I
disgusted.
feel like you have
Like
very...
the change rooms are still like a little bit wet here and there. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to touch
Okay,
any of
so
this fucking water.
First of all, I bring sandals, so I will use
Yeah,
my
me too,
sandals
but
everywhere.
it's gross.
And then I wipe my feet before I put my socks on.
Yeah.
And then right after I put my socks, I put my feet, my foot and sock directly into my shoe.
Yeah, I always bring like a whole bunch of paper towels from the washroom and I'll wet it so that like after I'm done like drying myself from my feet, I'll like wipe down my feet.
But I'm wearing sandals the whole time, so I just dry my feet and go straight to the sock.
But still, you touch the floor, and then I'll go home and shower
Oh
again.
yeah, like I'll eventually go home and shower. Like I never like trust showering at the pool or anything like that.
Fuck, that's so gross.
But I feel like the chlorine sticks on you. It doesn't actually go away until you shower.
Yeah, I believe so too.
But yeah, that's one random thing I'm very disgusted by. Anything where people do these weird like not weird but like disgusting food challenges, as in like they're literally eating garbage or some bullshit like that.
Yeah,
That's gross to me.
yeah.
Like I think one time I saw the one person do the challenge where like at their this is some random video wherever they're working at some fast food place, and then the sink, whatever's there, they just take that and eat it.
Oh
I'm just
God,
like, oh, that's fucking
no.
gross. Um, oh, one thing maybe sexually related. I find spitting very gross,
Oh, interesting.
and I find that when it's like, yeah, I don't know, it's just weird.
You have some friends that quite like spitting.
Like at each other. Like, how does that fucking work? Like, I get that saliva is a very natural lubricant, so
Yeah.
that is fine. But like spitting is literally like a loogie. Is
Like, you know,
gross.
you're not hawking a fucking loogie.
Yeah, okay. But still, it's like you don't need to. In my opinion, I was like, this is kind of gross. Like, you could easily use your saliva without spitting, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I personally don't. I've never tried it, but I don't think I'm into spitting.
Oh, so gross.
But I know some people that are.
Gross. Anything poop related is pretty gross for me. Or almost everything poop related.
Okay.
Like poop's pretty gross.
What if Joyce one day was really sick and she needed you to help her wipe her ass? Would you?
I mean, I have a bidet, so I don't understand. Like,
Oh, right.
I have a bidet.
Okay, what if it was wet in a place where you don't have a bidet?
So for that example, I have cleaned like people's like blood and shit before.
Yeah.
And like shit and stuff.
Yeah.
Like to me, if they're my friend and stuff, it is what it is, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like I'll do it. I won't like it, but I'll do it.
Yeah.
But it's still gross to me.
I see.
Yeah. That's I don't know. Gross. I'm trying to think of whatever else. Anything mold related is pretty gross. Kind of that. Like,
Oh,
do you ever?
whenever I see like crusty stuff along your caulking in the washroom,
Really? That's probably.
I think it's gross. Or between tiles, like if your shower is tiled and your caulk isn't clean, then I think that's really fucking gross.
That's just it's just hard water though. It's just
It's not always hard water. Like sometimes it's like soap scum.
Oh, okay.
Or
Soap
other
scum.
things. Like
Yeah.
I hate dirty washrooms.
Oh
like,
shit! Like, is my
absolutely
washroom considered dirty?
I can't tell.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, my toilet's pretty awesome.
Yeah, your toilet's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty great. I was gonna say, fuck. I just forgot what I was about to say on the.
Or like when people use bars of soap and they don't put it in a tray and they just put it on like the table or like the edge of the bathtub. I'm like, what the fuck? That's disgusting.
Yeah, like who are you? That's just fucking.
Or when people brush their teeth and they let the head of their toothbrush touch anything, like any other surface other than like what it's supposed to. Like some people have, like I have a traveling case for my toothbrush, and when I'm done brushing my teeth, I put it back in the case when I'm traveling. But I've seen some people just put it on the counter, and I'm like, you don't fucking know who touched this counter. Now you're gonna put this toothbrush in your mouth. Or during our last trip, I found out that one of our friends, when he brushes his teeth, he just throws his toothbrush in the sink while he like rinses his mouth. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh,
that's disgusting.
No, I have a holder for it, which is where I put it, like head up.
Yeah.
I don't like putting it in. Okay, so one thing that also is disgusting to me is, whenever you put something like wet into a container, and it doesn't have time to dry, and it gets a really gross
I agree.
smell.
I agree.
Yeah, so I'm very I don't like that.
Like when I say I put my toothbrush back in my container, I like leave my container open though, but then my toothbrush is like popped into its little like holding sockets.
I see. Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of that. That's pretty disgusting to me.
I think so too.
I'm just trying to think of other like non-biological stuff. Like I guess like you said, mannerism. That's a pretty common one. Oh wait, I think there's a list here too.
When people are fucking mean.
Oh.
Like no reason. Like
bullying?
Yeah, like bullying or just being a dick. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like you have issues.
Yeah, no, that's extremely disgusting.
Disgusting.
Yeah, very disgusting. Or like like an old racist guy.
Oh yeah.
It's just like I don't know. It's so tough too because like normally if someone's like that, you just like you just talk back and shit, right? But like typically the old racist guys, they just like logic just doesn't work with them anymore, right? Like no matter
Yeah.
how much you try to like say or explain, it just won't work to them.
Their opinions already set in stone.
Yeah, yeah. It's like there's no point in like talking to them. Do
Oh,
you find? Oh, go ahead.
no, no. I was gonna say I don't like it when people have dirty nails.
Oh, dude, my nails get so dirty after climbing.
Like you have shit under your nails.
Like when you cook, does that ever like shit just gets in there when you cook?
I don't like yeah, but I'll wash my hands. I usually keep my nails really short. Like if my
Oh,
nails are long,
yeah.
then I obsess over keeping the like underneath parts clean.
Are you disgusted by feet?
No.
Like our one mutual friend.
No, I think some feet can look pretty nice.
So I'm looking at these other things. I am very disgusted by any visible signs of infection.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's just like a lot of scarring and grossness there is kind of gross to me. I don't know. It just feels, ugh.
I feel like when I see like infections or anything, I'm like, ooh, chance to like do some procedure on this shit.
It's fucking, but it just looks so gross. Like it just looks crusty and pussy and disgusting. I guess. I'm trying to think of what else there is. I mean, sometimes old people disgust me, but I get it's not their fault. Um, it's just life,
Yeah.
man. Oh, I
Oh,
thought.
there's this one thing I noticed in volleyball. Some guys, they like to like, you know how when your balls stick to your leg, guys normally like stretch their legs a little bit or like do a lunge or
Oh,
do some
yeah,
shit to
yeah,
make
yeah.
it unstick. But I've seen some guys literally just like adjust it with their hands and like pull shit apart and then give everyone a fucking high five after. I'm like,
How,
oh my
how about
god.
like fixing a wedgie? Is that
Like you can
disgusting to you?
fix your wedgie without going up your ass
Yeah,
crack,
yeah.
right?
Like I can pull my pants and my underpants at the same
Yeah, yeah,
time.
yeah, and it's fine.
Oh,
But then
okay.
I've seen people like go up there, like, and rearrange shit. I'm like, oh my god, it's so gross.
You know what's the weird part? I'm actually not
There's this
sure.
volleyball team
Yeah,
that plays without shoes.
that's pretty gross. I mean,
That's
that's
fucking
dangerous,
gross.
isn't it?
And they lick their hands
Oh, that's very
before they serve
that's
as like
very,
part
very
of their
disgusting.
routine. I'm like, ah.
Okay, so the weird part I think is that if a guy adjusted his balls, I get it. To everyone, even to other guys, that's gross. But if a girl did that, I think a guy won't be as grossed out. Like, oh, interesting. You know what I mean?
Like,
Like,
oh damn,
yeah,
you're
like, oh,
comfortable around
oh,
me,
damn.
hey?
I was like, okay, I guess we're doing some things, right? Isn't that the case? I feel like that'd be like to girl to other girls, yes, but girl to the
I
guys,
guess
it'll be
so,
like,
yeah,
oh, okay, that's kind of hot.
yeah, yeah.
Like if a girl adjusted her boobs in her bra or something, I would be like, oh, okay, you
Yeah,
do you.
oh, you,
But
oh,
then to other girls, you're
playing
like,
with
oh,
them
it's probably
ladies.
sweaty and gross in there or
Oh
something.
what? No,
Oh, really?
I don't think so.
Isn't
If I
booby
saw a
sweat a thing?
girl adjusting her bra, I'd be like, I get it.
Okay, I see. I see. But if she like puts her whole hand in there and shit,
Like, damn, you ain't shy. You have no
I guess
fucking shame.
so. I guess so. How about like other moral stuff? Like, I think when I was younger, I thought like hoes were so disgusting.
Uh-huh. But
Um,
now you love them hoes and bitches.
no, like a hoe, like a girl who like slept with a lot of guys.
Yeah,
Like morally, it felt disgusting.
I think I
Um,
think to an extent, yes, too.
really, but
To be
I feel
honest,
like there's like phases in people's lives. Like
yeah,
I went through a phase where I was more like, very no commitment at all, just like
yeah,
very light relationship. And in that type of situation, over a course of 6 months, I'd probably sleep with like X amount of girls, right?
yeah.
And if you told me the same thing, but like in high school or something, I'd think that girl's disgusting. But
Hmm.
then in reality, like, hey, that's actually feels very, very normal, I guess, because I'm going through that phase.
Like,
Um,
I personally feel like it's totally okay for people to have hoe phase and everything, but it also depends on like where that's coming from. Because I know some people that they have their hoe phase, but they're doing it in a way because they don't find value in their own self in that way, or that they're literally like a hoe. Like it's not a phase; it's a freaking lifestyle. And like when it's a lifestyle, I think it's kind of like gross.
but it's so weird because if I told you about this person, you'd be like, that's gross. But then if I told you that this was the person and you met them and you talked to them and you became friends with them, you'll be like, oh, they're not that gross. Right? It's almost like the perception of that is disgusting, But when you know someone who's a hoe, you're like, she's just living her life type of thing, or oh, he's just living his life type of thing, right?
Yeah.
Does that kind of make sense? Like if
I
it's
think it depends because it's like the way I'm seeing it is that if you sleep with people really easily and like all the time, and it's literally not like a phase and it's literally like who you are,
yeah,
and I would be kind of like put off by that and disgusted. And
yeah,
it's kind of the same as like if all you do is like drink 24/7 shit.
yeah. If you're like a if that causes you to be like a bad person almost,
Yeah.
right? Uh,
When people litter,
later, you find that very disgusting.
so
What if someone
disgusting.
threw a banana peel? Is that gross to you?
Like where?
Like in a park,
I would still be like, what the fuck, dude? Like pick up
like
your
a
shit.
walking trail, and they threw a banana in the bushes.
Like it's not that bad because it's obviously gonna
Like,
biodegrade, but I'm still like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
I see, I see. I mean, like, I don't get me wrong. I don't think it's good either. But when someone explains that to me, I'm like, fuck it, whatever. Like, if it's gonna degrade, it's gonna degrade.
This one time, I was at a red light, and I know that this red light like lasts a long time. I saw this guy throw like his drink cup out the window, and I was like, what the fuck? So I like literally got out my car and I picked it up, and the guy was like, "Do you have a fucking problem?" And I was like, "Maybe you shouldn't litter, dude." And then in that very moment, I was like, "Should I throw this back in his car, or there's a trash can right there?" So I threw it in a trash can, but I'm like, "There's literally no reason to litter. There's garbage cans everywhere, and like proper places to throw your
God
garbage."
damn, Viv, you always have to be the fucking hero. Always have to save everything.
No, like you live here too. Why don't you take care of your city a little bit?
I guess so. That's true. Oh, I was gonna go
Or
back to
just
the.
not do bad things.
I was gonna go back to the thing. Is I actually feel more disgusted if a guy is a hoe than if a girl's a hoe.
Hmm.
I don't know. Like it feels more disgusting to me than the other way around.
I think for me too, but more so because I'd be like, damn, you're like if the person was single and they were a hoe and everything, I'd be like, I would never touch you with a 10-foot pole if
Yeah.
you're a hoe.
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Well, I also feel like yeah, I don't know. It just feels like it's so out of character because like if a guy's a hoe, they're probably attractive in some ways, right? And it
Yeah.
feels
Or
like
they could
this
be
is
like a
like such a
womanizer.
yeah. It feels like it's such a waste and stuff, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, what else? Other random small things you
Oh,
find
when people are
disgusting?
mean to like babies and dogs and
Babies.
animals.
How do you be mean to babies? Like, what if I'm like, oh, this baby just pooped and I just give it back to its parents? Is that mean?
No, like I feel like some people like genuinely like dislike kids. They're like, oh my god, look at that little fuck. Like, like they have no extra room for love and sympathy or like compassion or care for like a little kid the way you should.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just trying to think. Like, if a kid was annoying, I would just deal with it. I just be like, okay, it is what it is, and then I just be like, I try to avoid this situation in the future.
Mm,
But I wouldn't like do anything to the kid or anything like that, right?
yeah. But if any like harm to any
Oh
animals,
yeah, that's pretty gross to me
so
too.
gross.
It's a very disgusting judgment, or like their characters just. It's just like
Right.
the thing is vulnerable, right? It's like it doesn't mean
Right.
to do that and stuff.
Like whenever I go online and I see videos of like animals that have been abused, I'm like, fuck, that's so sad.
Yeah, it's pretty gross, pretty disgusting.
I think some country somewhere, I want to say Korea.
Eat dogs.
No, they banned animal abuse. Like if someone
What?
reported you for animal abuse, you can actually go to jail now.
I mean, that's the same here.
Oh really?
Yeah.
No, it's like I forgot what it was. It was so much more like revolutionary when I heard the news, but this was like 5 years ago
Maybe
or so.
revolutionary for an Asian country.
Oh yeah, maybe.
But I mean, here I think it's pretty normal. You can't abuse any animals. You go to
But
jail right away.
no, some people just get fined.
Uh yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like no, I feel like if you hurt an animal, like a cat or a dog, you definitely get in shit. I mean, if it's a fish, I don't think anyone cares. I don't think anyone cares about the
Oh
fishes.
man.
Feels bad to be a fish.
Oh man.
They have no rights. I mean, that's why there's animal rights, right? Here,
Yeah.
so but I think it's common here. Probably common in Europe. Probably
Yeah.
not common in Middle East. Probably not common in Asia. Probably not common in Africa.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Australia because I feel like I don't know. Like there's a certain extent to it, right? Like you could kill a kangaroo because they're pests,
Yeah,
but I think pets are still off limits type of
I
thing.
agree. I agree.
But dude, I'd be so scared to have a pet in Australia. Like fucking anywhere you walk, something can fucking
Yeah,
kill it.
fucking alligators right there.
Or just a fucking snake, or like even their bugs can eat. Like my size of a dog, like a spider down there can eat it,
Yeah.
which is like, ugh, very scary. But that's more of a scary thing. Oh, one thing I find disgusting, which is a very morally connected thing, is just like corruption.
Oh yeah.
When an institution or okay, the worst one I have, and I think this is very much tied to disgust rather than fear, is when I hear a story of someone going through their studies, they do all their courses and shit, and they went through the counselor. They did everything they were supposed to do. They talked to the counselor. They set up their courses as the counselors told them to, and they went through the curriculum. This is the courses they need to take to get their degree. And then
Uh,
like 3 years in, they're like, "Oh no, you have to take like 3 more years of courses."
uh,
I'm like, dude, this is disgusting because we're paying you so much money for you guys to do your job and tell us very clearly what we should do in order to get this degree from you guys, and you guys are corrupt as fucked
yeah.
because you aren't like it sounds bad because I'm like shit talking a position, but like it's your job and it's the system. I get it, you're one person in the system, but I find it very gross because you're wasting all these people's time and money.
Uh-huh.
And I hate it when like that's my biggest I guess pet peeve or whatever, but I'm truly disgusted by that system and the people who work for there that like just says, "Oh, too bad, can't do anything about it," kind of shit.
Mm.
I'm just like, "Fuck you,
It's
man. This
really
is the worst."
frustrating because it's like, fuck, you can't even do anything.
Like that's the worst part. I feel like in a lot of cases in people's lives, you can do something about it. There is some justice. There is something you can do. There's someone you can talk to that can make it right. It might take you more effort. But in those situations, it's literally you can't do anything from it. Like they will just not give
Mm.
you the accreditation that you deserve, right? Because you actually worked for it. And I'm just like, oh man, this is so gross. It's like, ugh, just I don't know. I just maybe it's pet peeve, but when like time is wasted, it's one of the worst things. I like. I fucking hate it when people waste time and
Oh,
shit. Yeah.
yeah, I can
Even though I waste it all the time, but still.
see that.
I don't know. I can't think of anything. I feel like fuck. We should have made like a huge list of stuff.
When
we
people
discussed,
are
but
petty,
yeah, to a certain extent.
I don't really like it. When it's like unnecessary pettiness, I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you, dude? You're
Yeah,
such a coward.
but sometimes like sometimes you think about it in their shoes, like if they've gone through a lot of shit.
I don't care.
But it's just like I don't know, like it's like
I strongly believe that you don't always have control over what you go through, but you have a lot of control over how you respond and how you heal from things you go through. So like if whatever you went through made you a petty ass person, then it's like
no, but it's actually I don't think
you can fix that.
no. Okay, so being a petty person is different from doing a petty action.
Hmm.
So I think sometimes when people do a petty action, it's like they went through so much shit, and this is like the small like in that time of emotional thinking, this is the small win they can think of.
Hmm.
So they go for it. And like, yeah, it's like looking big picture, like if you're third person and all that shit, you shouldn't do that. But sometimes it's tough. Like you're in an emotional state kind of thing. So I'm just like, ah, fuck it, whatever. Like it is what it is. I don't know. If I was in that position, would I do the same? Maybe, maybe not. Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get it. If you're like a straight up petty person, but I don't know.
Like
There's
passive aggressiveness, I'm like literally just say it straight out.
yeah. I mean, there's only so many Karens out there, right? So it is what it is.
And on that same note, I think when people are a coward, I don't like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I absolutely hate it. Like coward in anything, like sticking up for yourself, not yourself, sticking up for other people, or like being scared to actually like say fully what you mean, and then in turn you like do things that are like passive aggressive, or if you're a coward in like standing up for like other people, or literally anything that makes you a coward. I absolutely hate it.
Oh, really? I
Being
mean,
in other people.
I feel like sometimes courage is tough. I don't know.
Like
It's not.
it's different. Like when I use the word coward, it's not like you're scared and intimidated. I feel like coward is when you know you can do better but you choose not to.
But what if they don't know? So for example, I'm actually putting myself on the spot. So for example, sometimes I feel like I need to push myself in a more scary position in my life in order to grow more. But it's very tough, and I haven't done it yet. And I personally feel like I'm a coward for not doing it. But I'm not sure if it's the same realm of what you're thinking of.
No, I would say that's just more like taking initiative in your life and being scared. Like when I think of being coward, it's definitely in a more negative way and in a way that like you should be able to control this. Like it's not necessarily fear, it's literally like you don't have a spine, dude.
Oh, yeah, okay. No, yeah, that's a little.
Or like
I mean,
if somebody like if somebody had, I don't know, why am I thinking of this as an example? If there's a dad and he had to sell his child for like money for like his alcohol, or he had to like tell somebody off or something like that to like help his kid, and he was just like, oh no, I'm sorry for my kid's bad behavior. If your kid was actually doing something right, then I'm like, you're a fucking coward, dude.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're so hard for me to say those type of things. Like I hate saying all encompassing statements, but yeah. I mean, it's kind of situational, but
of course it's situational, but if someone
like,
shows cowardness in that way,
yeah,
with like it's like you're running with your tail between your legs, I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean, personally, I think I myself am a coward because I feel like I'm scared of putting myself in certain situations, which I think I need to. But I don't know. Like I feel like when it comes to justice and stuff, I think I'm okay. Like I have a decent moral compass.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like bettering myself and like improvement and shit and like things I think I need to do, then it gets a little tough because like there's a balance of like comfort and like doing that, right?
Yeah.
Like going for it. Like pretty much when I mean going for it, it's like figuring out what I want, quit my job and just go do it type of thing. Like I'm actually very like there's some fear there and stuff.
Yeah.
But I do want to do that one day. It's just like I have a plan and stuff.
I don't see that as being coward at all. Like life's tough.
It's fucking scary, dude. I mean, like I've always wanted to try like opening a business of some sort. Like almost at this point, I don't even care what it is anymore. I'm just like I just want to try it and like take the L and figure it out from there.
You could do it at any point.
Yeah, but like, what the fuck do I do? Am I selling fucking shoes or something?
You sell feet pics.
I know one good paying customer for that. Anyways, do you have a really disgusting memory you want to talk about before we end it off? Wait, are you disgusted by people clipping their nails?
No.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, no, I'm not at all. I find it very like normal. Like I actually like in the summer, I like doing it outside.
So the reason why I took a bit of a pause when I say that is because in my head I always have like two opinions. What I know to be like our society's,
dude, society hates it.
Yeah, our society's like norm and what we think versus my own. And I'm like, me personally, I don't. But then I know like in Canadian culture, if you don't do it while you're like in your washroom or while you're doing like self-maintenance stuff, like you're just taking care of yourself, and you just randomly like pull up like nail clippers while you're hanging out with friends at a restaurant or like
yeah,
or, like outdoors or like at volleyball or some shit, I'd be like, that's kind of gross, man.
Okay, I don't understand.
I don't know, that it seems like unsanitary in a way. Like you should probably do that somewhere else.
But I don't understand the outdoors one because I'm like, isn't that the best place to do it? Because okay, what's most disgusting is if your nail clippings go somewhere where it shouldn't go. I think that's probably the most like that's why it's considered disgusting.
I think so too.
But outside, it's literally like you literally don't give a shit where it goes because as long as it doesn't go in your mouth or like your clothes or anything, it doesn't matter. Like it's the outside, it's a different realm, right?
Yeah, to an extent. Like if you clip your nails at the same spot every single time.
What do you mean?
Like if you go outside and clip your nails.
No, it doesn't accumulate and grow to like a fucking pile of nails, right? Like that doesn't fucking happen. Gross. I mean, like with wind and like bugs and shit, that stuff goes away pretty fast, right? But yeah, I don't know. Maybe people are gross by that. I'm not very gross by that.
Me personally, not really. I'm just like, oh, that's a little weird, but okay.
Yeah. Do you have any very disgusting memory? Any very disgusting story to end it off?
I have one.
Okay.
Didn't necessarily happen to me, but me and my friends sometime we were drinking at my friend's house, and this one girl, she got really fucking drunk that we were downstairs and or we were on the main floor. She got really fucking drunk that she like vomited all over her pants.
Oh, gross.
And she was like a mess. So two of my friends walked her upstairs, like helped walk her upstairs so we could like clean her off. And while she was walking up the stairs, she like vomited all the way up the stairs. When she was walking down the hall, she vomited all over the floor along the hall. And then they like put her in a bathtub because we were like, okay, there's like no way we can actually like wipe this shit off of your pants.
Yeah.
Your pants are like full of vomit.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, the girls are gonna like actually like help wash her because she was actually drunk as shit. We're like, we'll help wash you. We'll borrow pants from one of our friends. That was a plan. So we did that. We like rinsed her off, changed her clothes and everything. And then on her way down, she was laying on the or not on her way down. When she got back down, she was laying on the floor on her back and she vomited and then like created like a fountain and went back on her face. And I was like, oh my God. And then we were trying to pick her up, but she was so drunk and still like active that she was like, guys, have you guys ever seen the big comfy couch? You know how Lunette does her like clockwork stretch on the floor?
She was doing that?
She started like rolling on the floor and I was like, on your fucking vomit. Like imagine like two girls one cup type of situation. There was vomit all over the floor. She was literally like rolling in it and I was like, this is probably the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. And I was trying to help her like stop her from rolling. I'm like, I know you're drunk as shit. I know you think it's fun rolling around. You probably don't smell your vomit, but it's literally getting everywhere.
That's gross.
It was so gross to clean up and like to clean her afterwards.
Have you ever gotten that drunk?
No. I think my most messiest drunk would be me and my friends were drinking. We went back to my friend's house and I was like, I actually have to vomit. So I ran to the washroom, but I couldn't put my face over the toilet in time. So I just projectile vomited on her floor.
Gross.
Yeah, I think that was probably the messiest one I've ever done. Like on her floor and on her like wall beside her toilet.
Dude, my messiest one was in my own house.
Jesus.
So I got super drunk. And this was in high school. I was being stupid. And then I puked in the sink.
Why the sink?
That was the first thing
You're gonna clog it.
Yeah, I know. My sister said she had to like unclog it for me.
What?
And then I puked in my dad's tool bag.
What?
Because it was next to the sink.
Oh no.
I was like, oh fuck. And then after that,
how'd you clean that up?
No, my sister and her boyfriend helped me clean it up.
Jesus Christ, good on them.
Yeah, and then after that, I think they helped me like get into the shower, and then after that, I remember like putting clothes back on and then blacking out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I remember drinking a lot, blacking out, waking up to puke, and then blacking out a bit, and then in the shower, and then blacking out, and then in my bed.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That reminds me. This one time I was on a trip with some of my friends, and my friend had diarrhea.
Okay. That's normal.
And they thought they were letting out like a tiny little fart in the pool.
But
it was diarrhea. And there was like 3 other people in the pool, including me. And I was like, what the fuck? And I got out like instantly. But I thought that was pretty fucking gross too.
That's pretty gross.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Before we expose ourselves anymore, or anyone we know, we're going to end it here. That's pretty disgusting. Let us know what you guys find disgusting or some of your most disgusting moments. I actually, to be honest, don't really want to hear about it. But if you want to leave in the comments, I will read it.
Let us know, guys.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. I think we've been getting a bit more views, and a lot more of my friends have been talking about this, which is kind of cool. Like for example, our friend Gordon talked to me yesterday about our tier list we made.
Oh yeah, he messaged me today and he was like, Viv, your taste in fast food is so bad.
I mean, you don't fucking eat fast food, so it doesn't really count.
We made bad calls. And apparently our pizza rating is very off.
So he said that Domino's has been spectacularly better now.
I guess he has bad taste. You hear that?
Yeah. I mean, I still stand by most of what we have. I know it's a joint one, so then some stuff I won't really completely agree with. But I think for the most part, we were on the right one.
I haven't asked, but if he disagrees with Five Guys,
dude, I swear everyone's gonna disagree with your Five Guys one.
No,
like don't get me wrong, I do think it's a good burger, but you put it pretty high up there.
It is so good.
It's fucking $10 for a burger.
I know, but taste wise,
You know what people can do with
Fabulous.
$10? Hear me out. They can get a jumbo donaire that could feed a family of 4.
Who eats donaires?
Yeah, everyone, dude. Everyone fucking loves donaires.
Fuck
But
donaires.
anyways, yeah.
That's on my disgust list. Donaires.
Whoa, how dare you? You know what else is on my disgust list?
Oh.
Vegan food. Ah, disgusting.
Oh yeah, like when they make vegan options of baked
Like,
goods, I'm like the
yeah.
texture is all off.
I was like,
Just don't do it.
Oh, this is so gross. I'm like,
It's like gummy in texture and like.
it's like this is for animals. This is literally to feed animals. It's not for human consumption. It's for animals.
I agree. Or nuts.
What, you don't
Fuck,
like nuts?
I hate the
nuts?
smell of nuts.
Almonds.
Like peanuts are the worst because they're like the strongest, most obscene nut
Guys,
smell.
I'm sorry. Viv, there's something wrong with her.
Or like
I didn't know that she was this off.
if you eat too many sesames, like jimawu,
Yeah.
that's disgusting to me.
You don't like the
like black sesame stuff?
dessert?
No. It smells like absolute ass to me.
All right, Viv. I'll be honest. I think it's just you. I am pretty sure it's just you. I think the majority of population actually likes nuts.
Oh, it's disgusting.
In one form or the other.
But
But
I only like one form.
okay, well, you have fun with that one. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this podcast, let us know what your most disgusting moment is, or some disgusting
Yeah.
stuff, or what you find the most disgusting that might be odd. Like, I don't know, some people might be disgusted by glasses or something. I don't know. I'm just making shit
What
up
the
right now.
fuck?
Or like boogers or something. But yeah, just let us know what that is in the comments below. So
Please do.
don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And turn on the notification bell.
Yeah, and we'll have some cool shit next week and the weeks after. We're gonna hopefully get. I don't know. I've been keep saying that we'll be getting some guests, but right now it's still a chaotic schedule.
Yeah.
Gotta whip Viv back into shape in the new year, so then we'll have a more regular schedule, so then we can actually book people in. But yeah, should be good. I've been having fun making these podcasts, so hope you guys enjoy it.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in and listening, guys.
All right, see ya.
See you.